calm the chaos so that they can actually enjoy life with their families. But today's video, we're continuing on with our Christmas gift series, and we're going to be making a whipped sugar scrub today. So there are 3 ingredients with an optional 4th and an optional 5th. I'd love to know in the comment section below whether or not you give DIY gifts and how you like doing DIYs. I'm a shameless DIYer. I love to do everything myself, or at least figure out how to do it. And then maybe I figure out that it's maybe not worth doing, so I just buy it. But I love to at least try it once. So just like with our other videos, you want to make sure you gather all your supplies first. So we have a spatula here that you're going to need to scrape the inside of the bowl. We have a scoop to get your foaming bath butter out. And we have our apricot kernel oil, isopropyl alcohol. Remember, you want 90 plus. That's your most effective way to kill any kind of bacteria or germs. And then you want your 2-cup measuring cup. I have already portioned out here a pound of the foaming bath butter. It looks kind of like ice cream or mayonnaise or yogurt or something when you get it out of the package. And then we have also a pound of sugar that I have measured out here. All right, your mixing bowl, or you can use a hand mixer for this. I don't recommend that you use one of the stick blenders because it will probably end up breaking your equipment. So you need either a hand mixer or you need a stand mixer. Make sure that you sanitize everything before you start working with isopropyl alcohol. I've already done all of that here, sanitized all of our equipment, so we can actually get started making the whipped sugar scrub. So you want to dump in your foaming bath butter and your sugar, and then you can go ahead and you can add your apricot kernel oil to it, and then we're just going to blend it together. Now the key with this is you don't want to over mix it, because if you over mix it, it gets too hard and then you can't use it. So you're just going to have to eyeball that depending on the brand of the foaming bath butter that you use. Some whip quicker than others, so just be aware of that. I use Soap Goods foaming bath butter, and this is very convenient because each one of these comes in 1-pound bags. This eliminates you weighing it out because they already come packaged that way. Now we're going to blend this, and you want to put, at first you want to do this slowly, just like when you're baking a cake. So I'm going to turn this on about 2, and then I'm going to turn it up to about 5, and then check it and see. Okay, we've gotten it mixed just a little bit, so now we're going to take a couple of minutes and we're going to scrape everything down. And you should see the mixture start to come together, and it looks like a grainy white paste. Turn it back on for just a little bit more. Slow at first. And the consistency eventually, once you blend it for a few minutes, becomes a little more smooth, which is what you want for this result. We're going to blend it for about another 1.5 minutes, and then we're going to stop because you don't want to over blend it, like I said, or it'll be too stiff. So just about 1.5 minutes. At this point, you're going to add about 20 drops of fragrance. And then we just want to make sure that it's incorporated pretty well. And then we're going to put it in our jars. All right, and now we're smelling good. So that should just about do it for your whipped sugar scrub. I'm going to scrape this off, and then I'll be back with you to show you what it looks like in the bowl before we spoon it into our jars here. All right, and there you have it. That is what your whipped sugar scrub will look like after it's all complete. I don't know if it's hard to see on camera. There we go. So it kind of looks like butter, like white butter. Now you just want to put it into the jars, and when you put these into the jars, you kind of want to bang them on the table a little bit to make sure that you get the air out of there so you can get the most into the jar that you want to, that you need to. These jars that I have here are about 8 ounces a piece, and it seems to be a nice amount when you're giving gifts. You can put this in a mason jar. The reason that I am using a plastic jar here is because I don't like any kind of glass in my bathroom in case I happen to drop it, because I'm a little on the klutzy side. But see, there you go. There it is in the jars. And then after you get them all put into a jar, and you can label them with the labels that I provided for you. The labels are also in the description box, so make sure you grab those along with the recipe that is also included. You should be able to get 3, maybe 4 8-ounce jars out of one batch of this. And girls, we love our sugar scrub, right? It's good for exfoliation. It smells good. This you can actually use in place of soap since it is a soap product. Fragrance and color are always optional when you're making these DIYs. And they're very nice in your own little container there. And then you would put your label here. They're round labels, so they would go on the top. I guess you could put them on the bottom, but then you wouldn't be able to see what it's called. So I would recommend that you put them on the top here. And then you're ready to go, ready to gift. This batch actually made 3 full 8-ounce jars and then almost a full one. So keep this one for yourself so you can actually try what you made. That's fun, huh? Okay, so that's it. That's your whipped sugar scrub. Easy peasy, right? I hope you enjoyed making it. It's a wonderful gift, and people think that you are so clever when you give them the whipped sugar scrub. They can't imagine how you can get the sugar into the soap and whip the soap. So it's always a fun gift, and it's very practical as well. So email me at teachmetracyt@gmail.com if you have any questions. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.